Good morning, my students. So today we'll continue with the PERT network technique. So today I'll be solving one very big example, which is very important from examination point of view also, because it includes almost all types of problems of PERT network. So whatever unknowns that we need to calculate, so I'm taking all the types in a single example. So I'll just give the statement of the problem, and then we'll solve the problem step by step. Okay, I'll just write down the problem. The time estimates in weeks for the activities of a PERT network are given below. So activity, then optimistic time, then that is mean time or most likely time, and TP, that is pessimistic time, is given. So 1 to 2, then 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, and 5 to 6. So these are the activities of a network that has been mentioned, along with the optimistic time, the most likely time, and the pessimistic time. So again, I'll note down those times. One 147, 228, 111, 2514, 258, 36, and 15. So first, draw the network. Draw the network and identify all the paths and critical path. Also calculate project length. Then second part, determine standard deviation and variance of the critical path. And what is the probability? What is the probability of completion when, first part in this, at least 4 weeks, at least 4 weeks earlier than the expected time. Expected time. Then in that second part, no more than 4 weeks, no more than 4 weeks later than the expected time. The next part, if the project due date is 19 weeks, what is the probability of not meeting the due date? What should be the scheduled completion time, if the probability of completion is 90%. Okay, this is the problem given where there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 activities. So 7 activities constitute a network or a project, and in each activity has been specified with its optimistic time, most likely time and pessimistic time. So by making use of this information, first part you need to draw the network, then identify all the paths passing through it and find the critical path and the project length. Then in the second part you need to calculate the standard deviation and variance of the critical path. The third part, they have asked the probability of completion of the project at least 4 weeks earlier than the expected time. That means whatever expected time you calculate, you just add 4 weeks to that and get the probability of completion. Then in the same part, they have asked no more than 4 weeks later than the expected project duration. That means you need to add 4 weeks to that, and again you need to calculate the probability of completion. In the first part, you need to subtract 4 weeks from the actual project duration and then calculate probability of completion. So basically, then again there is a fourth part where the due date is given and they have asked what is the probability of not meeting the due date. It is not the probability of meeting the due date, but it is the probability of not meeting the due date. So it is exactly opposite what we are going to calculate. That means we will be calculating the probability of meeting and then we will be subtracting from 1, so that I will get the probability of not meeting that particular due date. Then last part, they have given the probability of completion and they have asked us to calculate the scheduled date. So instead of giving the scheduled date, they have given the probability of completion. So we will solve this problem and we'll see all these unknowns. So first, so I'll be calculating T, which is T naught plus 4 Tm plus Tp divided by 6, and sigma square is equals to Tp minus T naught divided by 6 the whole square, right? So this formula we have seen in the yesterday's class, that is T is equals to T naught plus 4 Tm plus Tp divided by 6, and sigma square is equals to Tp minus T naught the whole square divided by 6 the whole square. So I'll calculate this first. Okay, so we'll proceed. So 1 plus 1 time, that is 4 times 1, 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12, so 12 divided by 6, 2, then again 1, 4, 7, so 1 plus 16, that is 17 plus 7 is 24, 24 divided by 6 is 4, then 2 plus 8 plus 8, that is 10 plus 8, 18, 18 divided by 6 is 3, then 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 divided by 6 is 1, then 2 plus 20, that is 22 plus 14, 36, 36 divided by 6 is 6, then 2 plus 20, that is 22 plus 8 is 30, 30 divided by 6 is 5, then 3 plus 24, that is 27, 27 plus 15 is 42, 42 divided by 6 is 7. Then I'll calculate sigma square, that is Tp minus T naught divided by 6 the whole square. So Tp 7, T naught is 1, 7 minus 1 is 6, 6 divided by 6, that is 1, 1 square is 1. Then 7 minus 1, again it is 1, 8 minus 2, that is 6, 6 divided by 6, it is 1 again, 1 minus 1 is 0, then 14 minus 2 is 12, 12 divided by 6, that is 2, 2 square is 4, then 8 minus 2 is again 6, 6 divided by 6 is 1, 1 square is 1, then 15 minus 3 is 12, 12 divided by 6, that is 2, 2 square is 4. Okay, understood? Now I'll construct the network. So meanwhile I'll just erase this part. Okay, so first part, that is network, then critical path and project length. So I'll just consider the network. So 1, so there is 1 to 2, then 1 to 3, and 1 to 4, and 2 to 5, 2 to 5, 3 to 5, so 5 is here, 2 to 5, 3 to 5, then 4 to 6, so 6 I'll write it here, and then connect 4 to 6, and finally 5 to 6, right? So this is the simplest network that you can construct. Now I'll just write all the times, that is T naught, Tm and Tp, and T is equals to 2 here. Similarly 1 to 3, 1 to 3. That is 1, 4, 7, and t is equals to 4. Then 1 to 4, that is 2 to 8, 2 to 8, and t is equals to 3. Then 2 to 5, 1, t is equals to 1. Then 3 to 5, 2, 5, 14, t is equals to how much? 6. Then 4 to 6, 2, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8, t is equals to 5. And the last activity, 5 to 6, that is 3, 6, 15, and t is equals to 7. Okay, so I have written all the time estimates along with the expected time what we have calculated. Now I will calculate E's and L, and then I will identify the critical path. So first I will start with event 1. So E will be 0, then 1 to 2, E will be 0 plus 2. So you need to add t into that. It is 2, then 1 to 3. So 1 to 3, I will write it here. E is equals to how much? 0 plus 4. Then 1 to 4, E is equals to 1 plus 3, 0 plus 3, 3. Then here E is equals to, so there are two arrows converging at event 5. So how much? 2 plus 1 is 3 and 4 plus 6 is 10. So E should be maximum of those two, that is E is equals to 10. And here E is equals to 10 plus 7 and 3 plus 5, which is maximum 17. Okay. Then again, so after forward pass, now I will calculate L values, that is latest finishing time, by using backward pass. So I will start with the event 6, then I will come to 5, so L will be 17 minus 7, 10. Then I will come event 4, L will be 17 minus 5, then I will come event 3, L will be, yes, 10 minus, yes, 10 minus 6, that is 4, and here L will be 10 minus 1, 9, and here L will be, so just see here, 12 minus 3 is 9, 4 minus 4 is 0, 9 minus 2 is 7, so which is the lowest? 0. Okay, got it? Hope there is no difficulty in identifying E and L values. Okay. So now I will identify critical path. So how shall I identify? By identifying the events where E is equals to L. So just identify those events and connect those events by a path. So which is the path? So E is equals to 0, L is equals to 0, E is equals to 4, L is equals to 4, L is equals to 17. So this is a straight path. So I will highlight this with a double line. Okay. So therefore, what is that path? 3 to 5, 5 to 6. What are those? 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6, then 1 to 4 and 6, 1 to 4 to 6, correct? Is there any other path? Yes? No. So how many paths are there including critical path? 1, 2 and 3. And what is the project length? Project is equals to how much? Weeks. Now second part, what they have asked? Standard deviation and variance of critical path. I'll first calculate variance. V is equals to sigma square is equals to, so I'll just add sigma square of 1 to 3, sigma square of sigma square of 5 to 6. So this is how much I'll get. Sigma square of 1 to 3 is 1. Sigma square of 3 to 5 is 4 plus sigma square of 5 to 6 is 4. How much I got? 9. So variance is 9. Then standard deviation root of 9, that is 3. So this is critical path. Hope you understood. There is no difficulty. Okay. Shall I proceed further? Okay. So I'll erase this part. Do you have any difficulty in understanding this? Yes? No? No? Okay. Shall I erase this? Okay. Okay. Now I'll go to the next part. Calculate what is the probability that the project will be completed at least 4 weeks earlier than the expected time? So that is number C. So in that first, probability of completing the project, 4 weeks earlier, 4 weeks earlier than the actual project length. Okay. So this is correct. It is 4 weeks earlier than the actual schedule. What is the actual? 17 weeks. So that I have calculated by identifying the critical path. Now I'll use using normal distribution chart. I'll be calculating the value of Z. So just here, Z is equals to T minus TCP divided by sigma Cp. So now here 13 minus Cp is how much? 17 divided by sigma 3. So minus 4 by 3. So therefore, therefore probability at 1.3 distribution chart. What is that? How much it is? 0.9082 I'll just calculate and let you know. It is 0.0918. 9.18%. Correct? Because this is negative value, what you have obtained. So first calculate the Z value, that is from the normal distribution chart. Calculate probability of 1.33, which is 0.9082. So if I want to calculate probability of minus 1.33, just subtract this value from 1, I'll get the probability of minus 1.33, which is nothing but 9.18%. I'll erase this. Second part. Completion 4 weeks. 4 weeks. So therefore, okay. A2. Correct? It is very simple because the schedule what they have given is 4 weeks later than the actual project length. So I have added 4 weeks into the actual project length, and then I calculated the Z value by using the relation T minus TCP upon sigma Cp, and from normal distribution chart I have identified the probability at 1.33, which is nothing but 90.82%. Hope this is clear. Now I'll proceed further because there are 2 more remaining parts. I'll erase this. Hope any doubt in this? Is there any doubt? No, no? Okay. So I'll proceed further. For what they were asked, if the project due date is 19 weeks, if T is equals to 19 weeks, what is the probability what is the probability of not okay? So T is given. So I know value of t. 7. Now I'll calculate probability at I'll get 0.7486. Okay, but if you read the problem correctly, what they have asked, what is the probability of not meeting the schedule? It is not the probability of meeting the schedule, but not meeting the schedule. That means again I need to subtract this particular probability from 1, so that I'll get the probability of not meeting the particular given schedule. Therefore, how much? 25 point, that is 0.2514 or 25.14%. Hope this is clear. This is very simple. Only they have twisted the findings bit so that you should get confused and you should find only the probability of meeting the schedule. But they have just introduced not meeting, introduced a word that is not. So because of that, you need to calculate the probability of not meeting the schedule and not the meeting the schedule. Okay. So I have calculated the probability of not meeting the schedule by subtracting the probability what I have calculated. So I will be getting the probability of not meeting the schedule as 25.14%. Now I'll go to the next. So I'll erase this. So what is the last part? Part E, they have asked okay. And I will calculate the value of t. So again, at what I will get? Z is equals to 1.8. That is from normal distribution chart. So it is exactly opposite what we were doing in the earlier example. In the earlier part, what we have done, we used to calculate the value of z and we used to see that z value in the normal distribution chart, and then we will be calculating the probability. But now they are given it exactly opposite. So first you need to see the probability and then just see at what value of z the probability is 90%, and then you substitute this z value in the normal standard variate equation of z. Therefore, and how much I'll get, I'll calculate this 24 weeks. So this problem includes almost all the types in this. So that is why I have taken this particular problem. Hope it is clear. You don't have any difficulty. So I suggest you to solve many problems so that you will get familiar with this particular network technique. So I'll take one more example and then wind up this particular chapter. Consider the network given below. Consider the network. Then they are given 3 time estimates. and last is 17, 20, 25. 17, 20. Variance, standard deviation, and expected project length. So it is one of the simplest problem. So just tabulate this. So 20 to 30, 20 to 50, 20 to 40, sorry, 20 to 40, 20 to 50, then 30 to 70, 30 to 70, 40 to 60, 40 to 60, 40 to 70, 50 to 60, and finally 60 to 70. These are the of the. Okay, so I'll just write all the time estimates. So 10 to 20, 10 to 50, 4, 7, and 20 to 30, 14, 17, 20, 14, 17, 20, 20 to 40, 7, 10, 13, then 20 to 50, 3, 5, 9, 3, 5, 9, 3, 5, 9, 30 to 70, 13, 18, 25, 13, 18, 25, 40 to 60, 10, 14, 16, 14, 40 to 70, 12, 15, 18, 12, 15, 18, 50 to 60, 9, 11, 9, 11, 12, 60 to 70, 17, 20, 25. So by using this relation, I'll calculate the expected time. So straight away I'll write the values. Already it is a ready-made solution I have. So I'll just 17, 10, 5.33, 18.33, 13.67, 15, 10.83 and 20.33. Okay, and similarly calculate the variance. So then 1, 1, 1, 1, 0.25 and 1.78. So this is what they have asked. Only determine the variance, standard deviation and expected project length. If they ask standard deviation, you can add one more. So you can just calculate 0.44. So square root of 0.44. So it is 0.663. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, then square root of 0.25, it is 0.5, and square 1.78. So 33. So if they ask you to calculate the critical path, so just find the events and identify the events which are having E is equals to L and connect those events by double line. That will give you the critical path, and the last event, whatever E or L value is there, that will be your entire project duration. So that you can take it as homework and you can complete this problem at your home. Okay, so today we'll stop it here, and Monday I'll be starting with one more unit, that is queuing. So this completes your entire unit of CPM and PERT network techniques. So I suggest you go through many numerical, and then if you have any difficulty, please come back to me or write to me. So already you know my contact number as well as email ID. So you can write your doubts to me so that I can clear your doubts if you have any doubts. Okay, so shall we wind up? Okay, thank you.